What's up, everybody? Mellow Gamer here, and I'm taking a different route on the video. I recently purchased a Steam Deck. Yes, I finally bought myself a Steam Deck after about a year or so researching about portables on the market. And I have to say, I'm very pleased with my purchase. I love the Steam Deck. But what about the Nintendo Switch 2? We know that's releasing soon. Is it going to be better than the Steam Deck? Will it have the longevity on the market? Well, here are my thoughts on the matter. So please don't take everything I'm saying as stone hard facts. These are my opinions, and both systems are very good on what they intend to accomplish. I just want to put my thoughts and comments out there here on YouTube to see what you guys think about the situation. Do you agree or not? So without further ado, let's get into the video. So in my younger years of gaming, I used to have a Game Boy SP, PSP, Nintendo 3DS, and a Nintendo Switch. My Nintendo Switch was my main source of gaming until the Xbox Series came out. So once I started gaming on my Xbox, I decided to build my own PC. Since then, I haven't delved into the portable gaming market. I purchased those little emulator gaming devices that I saw on Wish, Temu, and AliExpress, and I never really got into them as they didn't really fit that portable gaming fix that I needed. So I decided to sit down and research and found out that there wasn't anything on the market yet except for that G Cloud gaming thing that Logitech came out with. And at that point, I had an Android phone and just thought I could use my phone instead of shelling out $300 on something that I wouldn't even play for long periods of time. Once the Steam Deck was announced, I was excited. I wanted it right away, but then I realized I'm a gaming PC. So I said to myself, why do I need a portable PC when I just go to work and back home? So I decided to save the money and put it into my computer. Once my computer was where I wanted it to be, I noticed that I was visiting my family more and working away from home. So I started my research on portable gaming consoles. I wanted to have access to my Steam games and other gaming libraries, so I decided to look up Windows gaming devices and was keen on the ROG Ally X. The only reason why I was looking for a Windows-based system was because I didn't want to lug my PC around. The only thing with that is I already have a Windows device, and they don't want the headaches of Windows anymore. But I could play all my games on the ROG Ally X without any hiccups. So I went online, saw that the price wasn't worth it, and I know the ROG Ally has better performance out of the box, but at the end of the day, I wasn't looking to replace my PC. I just wanted something that I can play my backlogged Steam games while I was away from home. Then I started looking into the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck wasn't my first choice. The ROG Ally was. Like I said earlier, I was looking at the ROG Ally for a while. And then I saw the LCD model and I wasn't impressed. So I jumped back on the ROG Ally boat. So I'm a person who likes over-the-top displays. I like OLEDs. I like nice screens. Overkill for no reason, pretty much. Until the Steam Deck OLED was announced. Once the OLED was announced and released, I still kind of saw that it was similar to the LCD version. They didn't have any crazy specs or crazy upgrades, so I just stuck with my Switch OLED. Now, when I was on a work trip, I decided to really delve into the Steam Deck OLED rabbit hole, see what it was about, see what the pros and cons were, and I spent hours looking at the advantages and disadvantages of the system. And I gotta say, it was pretty equal with the ROG Ally X. With the Linux-based system, though, I really didn't want to learn another operating system, but once I picked this up, I realized I did not have to learn Linux that much. It's plug and play. Steam Deck literally is plug and play. You buy it, you plug it into your wall to charge it up, you push the power button right here, and look, I'm playing Transistor. Beautiful screen. I know the camera's not gonna pick it up, but oh my god, that screen is so nice. And I just turn it on and I play my games. That's all I wanted from a portable gaming console. But with that being said, this does have cons. With it being a Linux-based system, I couldn't play games like Apex or Fortnite or Call of Duty, games like that. So that's kind of a downside. I know you can get those desktop apps on Linux to play the Windows based games or boot up Windows and all that, but I was not looking into delving into the crazy messing with Steam and Linux. I have a P. I do that enough on my Windows. I don't need it again. You literally press play on your Steam titles, and boom, it works. Now you might have to tweak the graphics just a little bit, but that's not a big deal. Most of the time, it works flawlessly. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, the Steam Deck doesn't have the best, the over the top frames a second. Like you said, you like visuals and all that, but I don't need that out of a portable gaming console. I have my, like I said, I have my PC. All of my AAA games I play on my PC. I just needed a device that played in my Steam library that I can take away from home and have fun. And the Steam Deck throws it out of the park, right out the water, blows it right out the water. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, there's one thing we cannot ignore, and that's at Linux. Like I said before, Linux operating system, as much as I want to play Apex and Fortnite and other Windows titles, half of them have antivirus. And for some odd reason, the anti-cheat does not get along with Linux for some reason. And I don't have the attention span to sit down and fiddle with the whole system of Steam Deck and trying to get this to work with Windows and blah, 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 blah. No, not my thing. Like I said, I do that enough with my PC. I don't need to do it with the Steam Deck. But you can. That's the thing with the Steam Deck. You can do that if you want to. And that's why I like the Steam Deck so much. But to say it's a god tier console and it just blows everything else out of the water, it just doesn't. The specs are not the best specs, but it does what it needs to do. Like I said, it does. It plays your Steam library. Now, another good thing about this Steam Deck is the emulation. I can literally play my PS2 games flawlessly. It might have a little bit frame droppage, but then again, you can fix that. And since I do have some knowledge of emulation on my PC, I'm just kind of used to it, so it's kind of easy for me. But that's enough about the Steam Deck. How about the Nintendo? The Nintendo. We gotta talk about Nintendo, guys. Nintendo, what are you doing? Don't get me wrong. I love the Nintendo. I love Nintendo. I have owned a 3DS. I've owned a Switch. I own a Game Boy, and they're really good for what they are. Portable systems. But they always lack something, and that was hardware and games. If it wasn't games, it was hardware. If it wasn't hardware, it was games. I remember playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Love that game to death. I'm a huge Zelda fan, as you can tell by my Zelda tattoo, by my Zelda. I have the Master Sword back there somewhere. You guys probably can't see it, but I also have the little statue, a little letter opener of the Master Sword. Absolutely love Zelda. So with that being said, I also played Tears of the Kingdom. Now, don't get me wrong, Tears of the Kingdom is a good game. I just didn't beat it because of the Switch hardware. The Switch hardware wasn't that great. And that's why the Switch 2 is such in hot water right now. Because Nintendo, you are still stuck in the past. We are in 2025 and you're releasing a console out of the box with an LCD screen. Why? Now, I know that they have the dock that can go up to 4K, but your audience is going to be looking at that portable gaming. If you're trying to do portable gaming, you already did the OLED Switch. Why did you not go back to the OLED Switch? Now Steam Deck has an OLED. They also have LCD screen, but the ROG LAX has an IPS screen. The Legion Go has an IPS screen, and the refresh rate is beautiful on those devices. But then again, it is Windows, so it's blah. But enough about that. If you guys want more context of my thoughts of the portable gaming systems and why I chose the Steam Deck over those other two, let me know. I could probably cook something up. We could try. I could try. But Nintendo's, like I said, is stuck in the past. They are catering to the younger and the older gamers, but their audience is more going to be the Switch 1 holders. And those younger gamers are now fiddling with the likes of PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So what does that mean for Nintendo? You guys need to start catering for those younger gamers who are getting older, who want something more from your brand. Now, I've been seeing a lot of hate about their pricing, and I've been on the fence with their pricing. Yeah, it's too expensive. But then again, PlayStation and Xbox are doing the same thing. They're $10 shy. A brand new PlayStation title is like $70, I believe. It's like $59.99, $69. Like they're $10 shy, $20 shy of Nintendo's price point. So that's not really the difference. The only thing I have with Nintendo is they're half-assing their specs. I know they have the money to do what they want to do, but they're just stuck catering to the same kind of players. Now, I'm not saying Nintendo has a horrible track record. Nintendo is one of the best in the portable gaming market. They have the games, the party games like Mario Party. Like if I take my Switch and I bring it to my buddy's house, we're playing Smash Brothers. We're playing Mario Party. We're playing Mario Kart. We're just Dance. Like we're playing the party games, and that's what Nintendo strives on. But Nintendo, you need to start learning your core audience instead of catering to your core audience. Your younger gamers, like I said earlier, are growing up. They want the next best thing. And if you want to be next to the likes of PC or the likes, which you are on the likes of PlayStation and Xbox, but if you want to be the king of portable consoles, you need to start catering to your younger audience because they're getting older. Now, am I saying that the Switch 2 is going to fail? No, the Switch 2 is not going to fail. The Switch 2 is going to fly off the shelves. Especially, they might have a couple months of rough sales, but as soon as those holidays hit, everyone's going to have a Nintendo Switch. The price point of the Nintendo Switch 2 is a no-go for me. I still think it's a little bit too expensive. That's why I think they're going to have a rough launch, but it's just a little bit too expensive on the market for what they're offering. Now, does that mean Nintendo doesn't have a foot in this race of the portable gaming console? No. You got Steam Deck hot on their heels right now. Steam Deck is hot on Nintendo Switch heels right now. So even though Nintendo built the foundation on what portable systems are, because without them, the Steam Deck wouldn't be around. So they know what's going on. Nintendo knows what's going on. It's just that Steam Deck, Nintendo knows that Steam Deck 2 is releasing. And who knows, Nintendo might just be releasing this device to show what their next best thing is. They might even next year release something that's only portable, and it's going to blow these things out the water. But then again, it is Nintendo, so who knows? Nintendo has some dirty little business practices that I do not agree with, but it's Nintendo. You know what you're buying when you get into Nintendo. So, like I said, is it going to fail in sales? No. People know what they want, and when they buy a Nintendo, they know what they're getting. Just like me. Am I going to go out and buy a Nintendo, like I said earlier? No. I'm going to wait till the price drops a little bit, maybe pick one up on Black Friday or something, if they drop the price down. But other than that, we got to see what the future holds for Nintendo Switch 2. So, yeah, that's about it, guys. I mean, I know it's kind of rambling. I kind of went off script here for a little bit, but I was trying to find a way to read this out and make it very enjoyable for you guys to sit through, and I think I just done it kind of my way, and I hope you guys like that. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe. It's free. Who doesn't like free? I love free. Free is one of my favorite things. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Like I said, if you guys want more content like this, just let me know. Peace out.